What's up, beautiful people? Love and light to all of you. I am Shivi Goyal, the author on travel. Namaste from my side. We'll be talking about some eight odd Indian treks which you can do in winters and cold weathers. People and travel enthusiasts who really wanted to move out of their comfort zone in terms of trekking and hiking, and people who love really adventure, the travelers, the vloggers, and other way around as well. For them, this video is a must watch. Before I start this video, the mandate thing which you guys need to see, that what I do and what I am, sneak peek. Okay, so we'll be talking about some 8 Indian treks, but before that you need to hit the subscribe button to the channel so that I bring up more and more videos for you. Hit a like, because the more you like, YouTube will gonna show it to more and more people. Comment whatever you feel like, whatever, like even if you're not liking something, you can comment it below. Trekking in winters, firstly, is not quite easy. So when I say that these treks are for the beginners and the amateurs, I'm not saying that you can't do it. Don't demotivate yourself, but trekking in winters is really not that easy. You know, cold weathers, the chilly weathers, freezing temperatures in minus makes the trails tricky, sticky, slippery. You know, it becomes tough. So for all the winter seekers, the thrill seekers, the adventure seekers, make sure that you are full-fledged, decked up with your gears and equipment and clothing. If you have not seen the earlier video which I have done on clothing in winters and what to pack and how to pack, there's a card here. So just hit that thing and you would be able to see and manage your packing list and thing. Okay, so I have made a list of the treks which I have done. So I've actually done 5 of these out of 8, or maybe 9. 8 we'll talk about, which I have done. So I'm gonna give you an insight on it. Otherwise, I've made a list. So if you're looking for a hiking adventure in the winters and for all the thrill seekers, as I mentioned, here's the list for you, and this will definitely promise the perfect package for excitement, adventure, and that, you know, that memorable vacation and experience, and the perfect combination for the snow hikes, picturesque and panoramic views, combination of exploration and excitement. And I'm gonna help all the beginners to start their trekking adventure and journey and write more and more journals and experience, and yeah, I mean, close to nature. What more do you want? Okay, so I'm gonna start with Kedarkantha first. Now, there's nothing much to introduce about this trek. Why? I'll tell you, because a lot of people know about this, and there's a lot of Instagrammers and travel bloggers have spoken about it. Yet, I would like to mention this trek because it's beautiful. It's close to my heart. Now, Kedarkantha Trek is considered to be one of the best trekking platforms, right, for the beginners, and it's blessed with heavy and good amount of snow. You know, it turns heavily in winters, and all winterland and whiteland it becomes. You know, the peaks are visible, which are covered with a thick layer of snow all the time. It's a great destination for fans, you know, who want to really try that snow adventure, maybe a little snowboarding and skiing. But always remember, you need to have someone all the time by your side, maybe a local Sherpa or a local out there, right? And it's at an altitude of 12,500 feet, and the trail stretches of approximately 20 kilometers, right? And it has beautiful, breathtaking panoramic view, and the snow falling on the pine trees is amazing. It's close to my heart. So while it's quite easy for the beginners, but you need to have a basic healthy condition for yourself. You need to carry your backpack, so you need the core strength. So make sure that you're physically a little fit to do the trek out here. Also, otherwise it will be really difficult for you. Now, the wonderful campsites and the Soothing views along this thrilling experience is amazing. The difficulty level is easy to moderate. It can be completed in 4 to 5 or maximum 6 days. And it lies where it lies. It lies in Uttarakhand. It is Uttarakashi, Garhwal region. And it's best done between December to April, but for the snow seekers, it's the best one. Okay, so the next one is also in Uttarakhand, but it's close to Dehradun. It can be completed in just minimum 2 to 3 days, and the difficulty level is super easy. There's no difficulty at all. So it's Nag Tibba. It's nestled actually beautifully at an altitude for somewhere around 9,900 feet in the Garhwal region of the Uttarakhand. It's close to Dehradun and Mussoorie. It's like more close to Mussoorie basically, and locals often come here and visit this place for a temple. So there's a temple, there's Nag Devta. So Nag is the serpent, of Lord Shiva. So it's Nag Devta. It's a serpent god in India to protect the village. So they feel that, the entire village is being protected. So they visit here. Now this expedition summits begin in the Pantwari region. And you'll have the view of all the scintillating hills around, snow covered, natural beauty all the time. It's beautiful. It's actually the lower Himalayas, and the hikers do not have to worry about the altitude sickness and all that medicines and all. It's quite pretty easy, and even the children can and kids can do it, right? Let me tell you one thing. Initially, when you start this trek, it will be a little rocky. So a couple of hours will be a rocky trail, so don't bother that, right? It's again beautiful, it's natural beauty, and then it takes you to the oaks and rhododendrons, and they are my beautiful favorite ones. Winter walks to the Nag Tibba welcomes you to the wonderful blanket of the snow, the moment you start and finish that rocky area. It's all around you, so it's amazing. The third is the Dodital Trek. Yeah, it's Dodital Trek. It's among one of the most exciting trekking trails of those adventurers who are trekking for the very first time in their life, and yet they will get all the experience and mesmerizing snow trails to experience. The hike is, however, easy but challenging in the winter, so make sure what I have mentioned before, otherwise check the other video, as it is all the time covered with the snow. And when you start from the Sangam Chatti, this hike leads to the dense forest first, when you can see a variety of Himalayan birds flying freely in the sky, and the sound of them is so mesmerizing. As hikers then again begin to ascend to the village of Agora, they can see the western and the eastern peaks of Uttarakhand, and the insight of real culture of Uttarakhand. So you'll pass that village also, so you'll have that culture and adventure mix on this trail. Later the hike continues to the village of Bebra. It's an idyllic, beautiful, small, tiny village famous for the potato plantation, bean and rajma plantations here, and the Asiganga river. You'll see the rivulet and flowing the Asiganga river also. So on the shores of the Asiganga river, hikers can just camp also. They can relax and they can sit and enjoy the Himalayan trout fishing as well. Also in the night they can have stargazing, and for the love of the night sky photography, that's an ideal trek. It can be completed into 4 to 6 days maximum. It's again in Uttarakashi, Garhwal, Uttarakhand region. Best is from the mid-November to the March, like it can be covered in the March also, but for the snow I'm talking starts from the mid-November. So till Feb, I think there's a lot of snow, Feb, and you'll get. And yeah, it's easy to moderate. This one is my favorite, one of my favorites. So if you ever ask a hiker or a mountaineer about the easiest hike in Uttarakhand, the answer will be instantly this one, and obviously it is Dayara Bugyal Trek. In the winter season, it's amazing. It's just awesome. It will gonna leave you awestruck. The area is heavily snow covered, and thanks to the hiking trails and thanks to the local villagers also, that you have those trails and strolls to walk. in the snow, the hiking trail becomes the ski slope, and it extends somewhere around 28 kilometers. And if you haven't been to Auli yet, Auli in Uttarakhand, this is the must-have for the beginners to experience the thrill of skiing, right? Dayara Bugyal Trek in the winter is a perfect choice for hobbyists and showcases the best of the Garhwal Himalayan region and culture and nature in just no time, right? While covering this trail, you're gonna see stunning panoramic views of the Himalayas. The best time of Dayara Bugyal Trek is from the December, because the ski slopes and the skiing thing, the slopes are being created and they occur due to snow from the December due to the snowfall, right? And then it extends till March. It can be done to in 4 and 8 days. I would recommend take good odd 8 days to complete it, because it's amazing. It is in Uttarakashi, Garhwal, Uttarakhand region. And one more thing, it's nestled at the height of almost 12,300 feet. And it's considered to be one of the most amazing alpine meadows of India. So Khajiar, you go to Khajiar and then you see the alpine meadows here. So I'm not comparing, Khajiar is again beautiful on its own way, but I'm just letting you know that that's the feel you get in terms of nature and alpine meadows. This one is something which I have done. It's Kuari Pass Winter Trek, and it's in Chamoli, Garhwal, Uttarakhand region. It can be completed into 4 to 6 or maximum 7 days as per your choice, but it can be completed in 4 to 6 days. And the difficulty level is easy to moderate. It can the best time to do this trek is from mid-September to early November, and it's beautiful. Now, when you're exploring the Kuari Pass Trek in winters, I'll tell you a little bit about it. It's the Lord Curzon's best contribution to India, because the trekking expedition begins in Joshimath, and the city that has this Joshimath is the city where it is the base camp and center for all the hikers, and the hike leads to the lesser known passes above as you hike and move ahead, and finally to reach at the highest point of the hike, that is Kuari Pass. Now, as soon as the hiker reaches the Kuari Pass, he'll be really rewarded with breathtaking views of the adjacent peaks and all around you. And one of my favorite of the most significance to Lord Shiva is Nanda Devi. Reach the hike, you will see Nanda Devi. Apart from that, you have Kamet, Hathi Ghoda Parvat and Dronagiri, and also Chaukhamba. So that's Chaukhamba, Hathi Ghoda Parvat, Dronagiri, Kamet and Nanda Devi. During the descent now, tourists and the travelers and the hikers can enjoy one of the most beautiful ski resorts in India, and you can stay also, which is Oli. So the moment you come down, it's Oli. It's one of the most exciting hiking trails in Garhwal. Earlier we spoke about Oli. So from here you can actually go to Oli, and you can spend 2-3 nights, or depending on your travel plans, if you don't have to come back to your destination. And it all runs through the Garhwal region, and it has a confluence of several brooks, alpine forests, green meadows, or bugyals, and of course the rhododendron forest. So the next is Bhramatal. Bhramatal offers superly vivid and an array of different geography altogether through the trekking trail. Now you're gonna begin with a few days of hiking through centuries and 1,000-year-old oak and rhododendron forest. They're accompanied by the views of magnificent mountains and many visible trails from the Roopkund Trek. The panoramic views can be seen at different angles at every corner during the hike, and I can just say it. You guys need to go there and feel it. And the snow trek of Bhramatal is also famous, I should tell you that, for its fantastic campsites. A lot of tourists and hikers these days have started camping on the banks and on the foothills of this trek, and they rest near this forest, and they actually just enjoy those views in the frost from Bekaltal and Bhramatal. So that's amazing, guys. Difficulty level of this trek is moderate. It can be done from mid-November to March again, and of course it's in Chamoli, Garhwal, Uttarakhand region. You need 6 to 7 days to complete Bhramatal Trek. It's in Garhwali Himalayan foothills, and it is in Uttarakhand again, and it is Har Ki Dhun. Har Ki Dhun It's a very Indianized name and it's a very beautiful name. It's located in the middle of the cradle shape valley, and just below the summit of the Har Ki Dhun winter trek is one of the most alluring of the western Himalayas views. You can be mesmerized and you don't want to go back home. Trust me. This beautiful Har Ki Dhun trek exists in the very super sensual and seductive land of Uttarakhand. Yes, I am mentioning those words because they are indeed seductive to you and to your soul. The hike starts in Dehradun and continues to Sankhri, right? And the gateway of the Har Ki Dhun from Sankhri, the hike is well marked, and then you go towards it through dense forest out there with the stunning views of the valley. There's a village that is called as Taluka, which is the next destination to Sankhri. So after Sankhri, you're gonna have an experience of a very cute little small hidden village that is Taluka, and Taluka can be reached from Sankhri by trekking, or if you don't want to trek that long before going to Har Ki Dhun, you can take a jeep also there, depending on like whatever and how much capacity do you have, although it's like little easy to walk through the trails. The winter wonderland is again the heaven for the trekkers and adventure seekers, and it's beautiful. Its unparalleled views of snow covered mountains and meadows is amazing. That's all I can say. And it's like this Har Ki Dhun is like a place for several trekking excursions also and expeditions, so it has a really real importance out there. The difficulty level is moderate, and 7 to 8 days you need to complete it. It's in the Garhwali Himalayan region in Uttarakhand, so you guys need to visit this one too. The last for this video and for today is the Roopkund Lake Winter Trek. It is in Chamoli, Uttarakhand, Garhwal region, Uttarakhand. It needs 8 to 9 days to complete the entire. It's moderate to difficult, but for the beginners, it can be done, and it's not that bad that you can't. But yes, it has its own difficulty level also, especially during the times of heavy snow and snowfall and in winter season. Okay. That's a very interesting thing about it. Like, let me tell you that way. Like, you're just walking and strolling and taking a little quiet stroll on the trails of the Himalayas or wherever you're staying, and suddenly you are on the hike and you see human skeletons around. Yes, so I'll tell you. There's a lot of human skeletons on your, like, you're gonna experience a lot of human skeletons on your side. Hundreds of skeletons will be found on the edge of the lake Roopkund. Right? During the winter season, what happens is the skeletons, they are under the blanket of the snow, and they make up a small, even glacier kind of a thing. But when they are covered under the snow and you're walking and taking a hike on those trails, it becomes even scarier. Right? This Roopkund Lake Winter Trek and the hike starts in this beautiful village of Didna, that's towards the Ali Bugyal Gora region, Lotani, and it ends in the Bhag Wabasa. I'm giving every names and details in the description, so these are the local cultural Indian names. So if you're planning to go, you have a check on these small base points and you can complete your trek. The route along the hike is an exhilarating experience, and you can witness the pristine form of the oak here, of course, oak trees and the rhododendron forest. And okay, so that's the end of the video. I hope you liked this video and all the 8 treks which I have mentioned for your snow and winter travel. Even if it is not winters and snow and you wanted to travel or go out of your comfort zone and go on a hike or something, these treks are unbelievably easy and moderate, and anyone can do it, and they extend till March and April, and some of them which I mentioned can be done during the March and April times also. So if you're scared of snow or if you don't want to challenge yourself, but I would suggest that go and have that real experience of nature, because when you hike, you get the real experience of nature. Please subscribe to the channel, because if you do so and hit the bell notification icon, smash it hard and give me a like and a comment, because it helps me and I get motivation to make more and more great work for you. A lot of information and my other travel list can be watched. Also watch the book reviews and the book launches which I do. If you are looking to buy some winter clothing, I'm giving the links all in the description, so you can check them out. Yeah, buy from them. And until I see you next time, keep smiling, be safe, and be a responsible traveler. Before you travel to any place, become a responsible traveler. Please don't spoil the local destination. Don't disrespect the locals. Be like them, respect them, become one of them so they feel honored and privileged. Don't litter, please, and take your own water bottles. No plastics, please. And just don't spoil the nature by loud music or the booze bottles here and there. So become a responsible traveler, guys. It's super important, and it's time now that we promote ecotourism for our planet, our country, to survive and remain beautiful as it is. I'll see you next time with another video. Namaste. Ciao.